Hello there. Do you know that you can override the amygdala's anxious response? Absolutely correct. You can override it. Now, I'll give you an analogy that could be very powerful. Now, from now on, see the amygdala, which is the fight or flight system, the part of the brain that makes you nervous, that makes you extremely restless and anxious. See it as your guard pet, especially a guard dog, but a lovely dog, but is overprotective of your personal space because it looks after you. Now, that is fascinating because studies have shown that the amygdala doesn't just do your fight or flight activation, your survival activation. It is extremely involved in your social, affiliational settings. It is involved in your social life. Studies have shown that it's involved in social cognition, being able to deal with other people within a socially acceptable manner. And it's involved in body language reading, it's involved in facial expression reading, it's involved in social intelligence. So it's your pet dog, but a little bit overprotective. Now, what do you do to your pet lovely dog? That is just a little bit overprotective of you. And when you are in the midst of your loved ones or your friends, your acquaintances, great people around you who the dog doesn't know whether they're safe or not, what do? You interact with the dog. You downregulate the dog's anxiety towards other people by your own co-regulation. And that is the key to recalibrate the amygdala's over-anxiety situation. Anytime you're feeling anxious in your body, you feel anxiety in your body, you feel restless, it could be palpitations, it could be a little bit of a dizziness that you have attributed to anxiety. There's nothing to panic about. Just remember that your guard, lovely pet dog is your amygdala thinking that you are unsafe and it's trying to protect you. So say something like, my pet amygdala, I can tell that you have increased your activity. I can tell you think I'm not safe, but I just wanted to know that I'm safe. These people around me today, they're great people. I'm going to meet them to have a nice coffee time. But trust me, they are not dangerous. They are my good friends. Now, the best way to now seal the half is to regulate your breathing. Breathing is the primitive communication to your pet dog that you are not in danger. Try that. Try that. Now, what we know is that the more you regulate your anxiety center in an interactive, in a personal, interpersonal, co-regulatory way, the better the amygdala gets in obeying your order. And more logical. Now, what I've just shared with you now has some scientific basis. There's something called cognitive override. Remember that, cognitive override. Whatever the body is doing could be an explanation of the interpretation of the anxiety center. It thinks you are not safe. So you now need to come towards it in a loving way, not aggression, not an aggressive way, in a loving way, and downregulate it through interpersonal communication. If you like this, like it and share it with somebody who is struggling with anxiety at the moment. A little analogy like that could be so powerful that it transforms people's future with regards to mental health. Now, I'd like you to check our website out. Go on the website, mindbodybreakthrough.net. We've got a whole bunch of powerful training and courses and workshops and online courses and books and a whole bunch of things that could be useful to build on this fascinating knowledge. And let me know how you're doing. All the very best.